The Japanese government have said, we have not donated our bicycles to the Zambia police. This is our government that wants to stay in power up to 2030. Bunch of
uyo ni mukabene uyo aliugwa 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 lelo tikanande.
Hi guys, it's a girl lilymutamztv, also known as Z, girl from Zambia. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so that each time I upload videos, you will be notified that Z posts a video. Thank you so much for more than 66,900 subscribers. I am so grateful with the way you guys keep on coming to my YouTube channel and how you keep on sharing about my videos, and I believe we should hit at least 70,000 subscribers by the end of June. Should we agree on that? Of course it will happen because you guys have faith in me. Na totela sana. In this video, I would like to talk about our government. Hey! Our Zambian government, which is being run by the Patriotic Front under the ruling of the President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Hey, it is a government of milk and honey promises, because in this government we have miracle houses, 48 miracle houses that just turn up. We have bicycles that are given anonymously. We've got so many amazing things, fire trucks that take place, the ceremonies even take place for us to receive these miracles, and there's no accountability. So in Zambia we call all these things that take place in Zambia as miracles, since the government has no explanation as to where these things come from. So I'm here to talk about the bicycles. A few days ago, we did a live stream on this YouTube channel. It's linked down below, where we're talking about this beautiful woman on the bicycle. And the video actually went viral because she's a police officer woman, and there was a rumor that the police officer bicycles were costing each at $700. But the Minister of Home Affairs, Mr. Kampyongo, had disputed that fact, and there was a statement which refuted that claim. So word was passed around that the bicycles were costing $700 each, but the Minister, Mr. Kampyongo of Home Affairs, had declared that no, that wasn't the case, but they were donated from Japan. So these bicycles landed from Japan into Zambia. Remember, we have lockdown going on around countries, and transporting of goods such as bicycles all the way from Japan into Zambia is such a long overhaul, and it would take a long time with delays in flights or even ship. So I don't know how they managed, but that was what was stated. And we read the statement where he actually said, no, we are disputing this rumor all over social media. We have received this as a gift from Japan. Hey! We didn't buy that. In fact, the lady in that image was even suspended. So I believe this rumor started from the police themselves, because I've received messages from the police who are complaining that, look, we can't disclose that we are police, and we can't disclose ourselves on media that we're not happy with the current government. please speak for us. We're not happy, we're not being paid, we're not being treated well by this government. So obviously, the police started a rumor that each bicycle cost $700. And when you multiply times the 1,000, because it was believed that 1,000 of the bicycles landed in Zambia, meaning our government spent $700,000. Is it $700,000? Yeah, $700,000 on 1,000 bicycles for our police officers. And when asked why did they purchase these bicycles, there was a statement, the same statement stated that they are for the police to be using in areas where they cannot travel with a car during this COVID-19. All those cock and bull stories. And we didn't buy that. In fact, the whole social media went crazy. My video on my YouTube channel was just filled with people talking, this one saying this, one saying this, and it was such an interesting topic to talk about. And we were just like, look, there's so much corruption in Zambia. It's now like, even when they steal, these guys, they don't even care how they steal, they just make up stories. If these people received these bicycles from Japan, like, the Zambian government received these bicycles from Japan, where is a video, where is a statement, where is at least something to show that there was this award? And the internet just went quiet, and all of a sudden, we just see the newspapers yesterday saying otherwise. The government of Japan has denied that they ever donated bicycles to the Zambian government. Now, let me clap for President Lungu and his political party for being the most fraudulent party in Zambia. I mean, they have really tried. Let's clap for them. Now, these guys still beyond words called stealing. This is too much. So I'm going to be reading a statement from the newspaper called The Digest, and that newspaper just talks about what the government of Japan has stated, because the embassy obviously of Japan is in Zambia, and they have said we don't have anything to do with this. So you see that even how can you even lie when we have embassies and when we have people who can do investigation? Right now, the Zambian youths are not sleeping. Even the Zambian mature people, they are doing investigations. Everyone is finding out if truly Japan donated this. Where is the proof? So somebody called and they have disputed. So let's read this statement. Listen to this. So let's read this from my amazing son's phone, Donnell. Thanks, Donnell. Big shout out to you. And he's also finished his high school. Obviously, during this lockdown, he can't even go to school, like have a proper prom. So congratulations to him. He'll be going to study his A-levels this September. Okay, so that's the story. Japanese embassy distances itself. Okay, so this is by Julia Malunga. The Japanese embassy says it has not made any bicycle donations to the government of the Republic of Zambia or the Zambia police. These people can steal. The embassy told news diggers, they're called news diggers. The embassy told news diggers that the Ministry of Home Affairs might have made a mistake to allege that the bicycle donation came from Japan, saying maybe it was another country. Following a trending social media image of an officer posing on a police-branded bicycle, citizens demanded, including myself on my YouTube channel, and all the citizens that took part in the live stream, demanded to know how the bicycles would be used and the cost for procuring them. It was alleged that the bicycles were procured at a cost of $700,000. Please, newspapers, just write simple English. Oh, procure what? Just say purchased, or bought. Why you want to show people that you can write English? This is why. Yeah, okay. For the cost of $700,000, a claim which both the Ministry and the Zambia Police, meaning the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Zambia Police, dismissed. Responding to the allegations, the Ministry of Home Affairs Public Relations Officer Nefas Chifita said the 1,000 bicycles in question were donated by the government of Japan through the embassy in Lusaka. How can you lie like this? Japan is not China. They won't defend you. Okay. Responding to the allegation, obviously the Ministry of Home Affairs and Public Relations Officer in relation to the 1,000 bicycles, the Ministry of Home Affairs wishes to refute speculations. That was the statement. They say they refute the speculations that the government has bought 1,000 bicycles at a cost of $700,000, breaking the cost of one bicycle to $700 US, which is equivalent to 700. Which is $700 US is quite a lot of money. 12,000 kwacha. 12,000 kwacha is about 600 pounds. Yeah, somewhere there. Yeah, okay. So this information, the accurate information is, that was a statement. This was a statement from the government when the newspapers and different articles and WhatsApp messages and Facebook were saying that the bicycles were bought for $700, and part of the statement was that the Zambia Police Service was to facilitate policing in the places which cannot be accessed using motor vehicles, and the Inspector General of Police Kakoma Kanganja, after the donation, directed that the bicycles be distributed to all the provinces under the Community Services Directorate to enable victim support unit officers and other specialized units to carry out sensitization programs as stated by Chifita. So this is what they had said, that they were actually even standing on their ground, that no, these bicycles were donated. They were very, very, very serious about it. Yeah, and then they even issued a warning. We wish to warn individuals and cliques with the habit of posting false and malicious articles on social media to desist from the practice, as the act could amount to criminality. Furthermore, we wish to advise members of the public to disregard the information with the contempt it deserves. So they were like, look, we received this from Japan. Don't disturb us. We didn't buy anything. Okay, no problem. And diggers went to dig information, and they've discovered that Japan did not pay for those bicycles. So we don't even know how they managed to take the money. It's a syndicate. The way the Patriotic Front government steals money and resources from Zambia, it feels like it's like a cult or a clique. I can't even explain it, where somebody's stealing with no heart. They are very heartless, and the whole government is a pure mess, like a total mess. Okay, so obviously talk about the victim support unit that we used for that. It was a long statement, and on this part they said this will enable officers to respond to complaints in areas that are difficult to access by use of motor vehicles. And then additionally, we have received donations of the bicycles from various stakeholders which are meant for effective policing. I therefore urge members of the public to support the work that the government is doing for the men and women in uniform, and avoid dragging the Zambia Police Service into politics. But the Japanese embassy, after a press inquiry, have disputed. They did not donate these bicycles. it seems like the press release from the Ministry of Home Affairs is mistaken. That's what the Japanese government said. Is it a mistake? Maybe you made a mistake. It's not us. The government of Japan has not rendered any bicycle to the government of Zambia. It could be by some other country, but kindly refer to the Ministry of Home Affairs for details as stated by the embassy. So the embassy is saying, look, we did not donate any bicycles. Go and ask your Ministry of Home Affairs. Maybe they received these bicycles from elsewhere. Ish, you lie like this. Ha! And then, by the way, Chilufya Tayali is trying to help, control the damage of the government, and is not saying, no, the bicycles were donated from India. Come on. There was a statement saying Japan. And you know what even shocked us was when the statement was written, it was written so quickly. Immediately when they saw that social media went crazy about the bicycles, they issued the statement and they said Japan. Now Japan has said no. Chief Tayali goes to the Indian embassy and posts a picture on his Facebook. Oh, the Japanese didn't donate, but it was India. Excuse me, you were defending on your Facebook page that it was Japan. Now you're saying India. Chief Tayali, don't let these people use you. Come on, don't let them use you. Okay, and now it's changed now from 1,000 bicycles that we thought were donated. They stated that it was 100 bicycles. So the 100 bicycles were donated and the 9 have been distributed to each province. Don't believe what you see on social media. For me, I believe that the people who reported this were the police. They're the ones who leaked the data. They're the ones who can leak the data. Remember when I showed a video on my YouTube channel? There's a video, I'll link it down below, where police officers were talking about the gold and how the gold went missing. And they were literally talking. So they're the only ones who can leak the information even to family and friends. And look, this is what is happening. And people will leak the information. There's no smoke without fire. Okay, so don't believe what you see on social media. That is the work of the opposition. Now, each time anybody rises and talks about what's happening, we're not happy, like even myself, I'm speaking, the current government says, no, you've been sent by the opposition leader. I don't even have HH's number because he's the strongest opposition candidate. I don't even have his number. Have you seen him on my YouTube channel yet? Not yet. I've just shared what he states when he's speaking during his press briefs. But they assume everybody is rising because of the opposition. So now they're saying the opposition and their propagandist teams, that's what they do. The information is stale. We don't repeat the same things. The things that were there last week, we don't repeat them this week. Yeah, after being asked, they're now saying we can't repeat our statements. All I just see is a bunch of illiterates that now they are saying they can't repeat a statement. If you were true and sure of your statement, you will need to repeat, because we need to hear you repeat what you said last week. You said these were donated by Japan. Now you're saying it's 100 bicycles. And also what he said was, we don't repeat the things from the past. People will be laughing at you. Why should you be repeating things that are already in the public domain? That is not news, Chifuta. Oh, it's Chifuta said. Anyway, so the Chifuta was asked if there was a handover ceremony where the Japanese embassy made the donation. Chifuta responded in the affirmative, adding that the donation was made directly to the Zambia police. So the Ministry of Home Affairs stated that, yes, there was a donation. When such things take place, pictures at least, we haven't seen any pictures. Okay, so there was no handover ceremony, and Mr. Chifuta said the donation was made directly to the police service, not to the ministry. I don't fall under the police service, but you are the one who issued the statement. I don't fall under the police service, I fall under the Ministry of Home Affairs. And of course, you see, whenever there's a donation, how does it get over to an institution if there is no handover ceremony? It is a must. It was there. So he says it was there. There was a handover ceremony. Obviously, the handover ceremony was there. How does the police get hold of the bicycles without a handover ceremony from the Japanese government? Really? Like, you're even mentioning Japanese government. You should have mentioned China, because China would have backed you. Remember, you're always supporting China. You even made Mao Sapa to apologize. But to mention Japan, I love you for showing these people that you are not corrupt as well. Kudos, Japan. Okay, so the handover was done. And he's saying the handover was done between the police and the donating institution. So obviously, after making inquiries, how did this happen? The Japanese government is saying this, but he said no, there was a handover ceremony, and we actually received these through the Zambia police, not our department. He was now distancing himself. And then he stated that you need to understand that other institutions like you, there are some that wish to publicize when they are donating. And others want to do it silently. Really? So now it's like, oh, the things were donated, but we wanted to do it silently. Some people want to do it silently, they don't want to do it publicly. Like, did you just listen to that? I'm just reading it same time as you. And Chifuta said, but I'm not saying that's how it was, no. And then when asked the date of the donation, when the donation was made, Chifuta said he could not recall. You work for the government and you couldn't recall? Did you just read that with me? But insisted that the handover ceremony took place where the embassy, where the embassy made the donation. Ha! Look at how bold they are to lie. Home Affairs Minister Stephen Kampyongo said he was not available for a comment as he was at State House at the time. So instead of you being in the office, Kampyongo, you were now in State House doing what? What are you doing at the president's house? You're supposed to be in your office. So that's the story. The Japanese government have said, we have not donated bicycles to the Zambia police. This is our government that wants to stay in power up to 2030. Bunch of thieves. And when we query, it's a problem. When we ask questions, why are you asking? They deprive the youth to even protest because you will bring disorder into the country. You are invoking disunity in the country. But look at what they are doing. Stealing money. That's all I wanted to say. So now you know the real deal is that Japan never donated those bicycles. Period. Those bicycles are a scam. We even stated in our live stream that, look, we have companies like Ego bicycle plant in Zambia that can make a proper bicycle than that cheap one. But, they stated that, no, we received a donation from Japan. So that's your government. Better know what to do. Vote wisely next year. You know what we've been talking about, Zambian youth. You know what we need to do. Make sure you vote wisely. This government can give you blood pressure. The way they are doing things, it's not normal. It's not. I don't understand it. It's not normal. The disunity, the confusion is just, it feels like there's a spiritual attack or confusion somewhere. Maybe we need to ask if somebody has put confusion there. Take care, guys. Bye.
Please spread the word that every Zambian youth must have a voter's card. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.